Welcome to the Tomsic Analysis with David Tomsic.
President Joe Biden just announced that he is authorizing the use of long-range missiles in Ukraine, missiles that can strike deep within Russia. What can go wrong there? David Tomsic here. It's November 18th, 2024. What truly can go wrong? Well, these missiles in question, the ATACMs, with a range of 300 kilometers and about 190 miles, have been requested by the Ukrainian government for quite a while now. Now, Vladimir Zelensky, the former president of Ukraine, I say former because his term ran out sometime this year and they never held elections. That's democracy for you. But he has been requesting these. Now, the reason America did not give him these missiles and the reason why Biden refused to was because he was worried what Vladimir Zelensky would do. These people are kind of off the rocker there. He already has attacked 2 nuclear plants. What can go wrong there with blowing up a nuclear plant in a highly populated area like Eastern Europe? Again, a dangerous person. But of course, as the Trump administration is going to take over in January, Trump has pretty much said he was going to defund the war in Ukraine. His sights are set on the Middle East and China. So what Biden decided to do, and his think tank there, was to make sure the war escalated now. By giving Ukraine these weapons, it will force Trump's hand. Because once Ukraine has these weapons, they will continue to attack Russian territory. There will be no peace agreement or negotiation while that's happening. In fact, what will Russia do but maybe pour on the afterburners and go after everything that's left in Ukraine? Putin did say this: if these missiles were basically authorized, this would mean that NATO countries, that means the United States and the European countries, are at war with Russia, a nuclear-armed country. He also said, and I quote, he warned that Russia could then provide long-range weapons to others to strike Western targets if basically NATO allows Ukraine to use its allies to attack Russian territory. Now let me explain this. From my understanding, that these missiles, for them to be launched, need targeting data, telemetry, and maybe even American technicians to fire them. This would mean that technically the United States is firing weapons, missiles directly into Russia, which is an act of war. See, the war right now is more of a proxy war. It's a regional war. But once an outside group goes in and starts attacking the opposite country directly, then that is an act of war. Anything goes. Now, the Russians, we're not sure of what type of response they would have. Now, let's keep in mind, again, that Trump has promised to end this war, actually in 24 hours. But outside of that misguided logic, the fact that Ukraine would be able to start firing missiles into various parts of Russia would escalate the war indeed. Any hopes of Trump getting those two to sit down at any table would be pretty much nullified. Putin still has the hand. He is winning the war. He is reaching his goals of basically taking over all the Russian-speaking territories in eastern Ukraine. So why would he worry about it from that point forward? He would just escalate and destroy whatever other targets he has and continue to wear down the Ukrainian military. Now, I personally believe that this was a bad idea. I think anytime you arm a country that is a rogue country like Ukraine is, who are losing a war, they're going to do as many crazy things as they can. I mean, and that's pretty natural. They're going to be a wild card. The problem is they don't have enough firepower, they don't have enough military to back up what they're going to do. So once those missiles run out, once those missiles strike their targets, the Russian response can be devastating. Plus the very fact that the Russians can't start giving offensive weapons to people that oppose America in other parts of the world. Now, just recently, Russia gave Iran defensive weapons. S-400 anti-aircraft missiles, and electronic warfare gadgets. Now, what they can start doing is supplying them with offensive missiles, missiles that can't be shot down, high-end Russian missiles that can cause a lot of problems for America in the Middle East. Now, they can fire these from Iraq into American bases. Yemen can be given missiles, the Houthis, to fire at ships, to do anything they want to do there. And of course, we got the war in Lebanon where the Russians can't supply weapons to that war area. So this can be bad. You see, America and the Biden administration has missed the point here. The war's been lost. Now, I mentioned in a few of my videos that will Trump come in and just let Ukraine go? Just give it to Russia? The position I have here is he would look very bad in the world stage to our allies if he just gave Ukraine to Russia. Now, I believe he thinks there's going to be a negotiation where maybe Russia would give territory back. Maybe they can come up with an agreement that still looks good for America and its Western allies. But again, Russia's winning the war. Trump does not have a lot of cards to play. And with this next escalation, it could make it worse. So we'll see. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to comment on this because I have no idea what Trump will do. And maybe very few people do know what he would do. But America giving basically Ukraine or the eastern part of Ukraine to Russia would be a very bad sign for American hegemony. It would be a very bad look for America to abandon Ukraine after having put so much money into the fight. It would be a very bad look for our allies to think that would we throw them under the bus when the time came. Of course, only Trump and his staff can answer that. And I know he's going to get a lot of fight back from the deep state and from the neocons in the State Department. We'll see how this ends. But again, it can end badly. Thanks for watching. That's all the time I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow night, we have a live stream at 7 p.m., live stream tomorrow, and a live stream on Thursday night at 7 p.m., back to 7 p.m. Be there, watch it, join the chat. Outside of that, God bless you, and I will see you next time right here on the Tomsic Analysis. What can go wrong?
Thank you for watching the Tomsic Analysis. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and keep an eye out for our next video.